The story continues as Sakura arrives at Furin High School for the first time. Suddenly, someone throws a table at him, but Sakura easily dodges it. After that, the story introduces us to a new character, Kyotaro Sugishita, who threw the table at Sakura. Then, we see Kyotaro running towards Sakura and trying to punch him, but again, Sakura easily dodges it. Despite this, they do not stop there and start fighting with each other. Kyotaro tries to kick and punch him, but he cannot even touch him. Suddenly, Sakura slips. Just as Kyotaro is about to punch him, Sakura counters and kicks him in the face. Everyone is shocked, and then Sakura stands up and says, "I would never lose to a boy like you." In the next panel, just as the two of them are about to start the fight again, a noise is heard. It says, "Welcome, all new students." Hearing this, Kyotaro lowers his fists, and seeing that, Sakura says, "Come on, put those up." After that, in the next panel, we see the Bofurin rep, Hajime Umemiya. Seeing him, Sakura becomes very excited. Everyone is silent in fear. Then, Hajime tells the students to protect the town, live up to the name, and protect everything that's important to them. Everyone shouts with passion, "Yes, sir!" Then, Hayato tells Sakura and Kyotaro, "Hey guys, don't you two need to get along? Why don't you shake hands to settle this?" Kyotaro then reaches out to Sakura for a handshake, and Sakura raises her hand too. Sakura thinks that touching someone for something not related to fighting feels really weird. Just then, in the next panel, we see Sakura being grabbed by everyone in the class. When everyone starts praising him and saying, "That kick was pretty good, and you are really flexible, huh?" Hearing these compliments from the others, Sakura begins to think that ever since he came to this town, the people here have been treating him very well, the opposite of how he was treated in the past. Then a boy comes to their room and says to them, "Come on, get your butts outside." In the next chapter, we encounter Takeshi Enomoto, a second-year student at Furin High School. He is shouting at the first-year students, urging them to hurry up. Then, we meet Toma Hiragi, a third-year student at Furin High School, who is mumbling to himself, remarking, "It's been a whole 7 minutes, 48 seconds, and 26 deciseconds." Everyone is surprised, questioning, is he actually timing us for something so trivial? Who even counts in deciseconds? He is too particular. Upon seeing Toma, Sakura recalls having seen him before when saving a girl in a cafe. Akihiko responds, "Huh? Are you talking about Kotoha-san?" Upon hearing Kotoha-san's name, Toma rushes over to Sakura and Akihiko, cupping his face and whispering, "You absolutely can't tell anyone that Kotoha-chan was there, okay?" Sakura reacts, "Gross! Your spit is getting everywhere!" He takes out a packet of medicine, saying, "I am going to throw up blood," before taking the medicine. "I had no idea why you'd come here from out of town, but you have ended up under one hell of a captain." Once again, Sakura is confused. After that, Akihiko asks Sakura, "Sakura-san, what were you two talking about?" Sakura remains silent, prompting Akihiko to start writing about stomach medicine. In the next panel, someone mentions that Hiragi-san is one of the 4 kings of Bofurin. Sakura is shocked. He explains to everyone that Umemiya-san is the top of Bofurin, and beneath him are the 4 kings, each serving as a captain to a class in each grade. The 4 kings of Bofurin are based on the 4 heavenly kings. Starting from Group 1, they are called the Tamen team. Number 2 is the Jikoku team, 3 is the Zojo team, and number 4 is the Komoku team. Sakura asks, "So, we are kind of like Team 1? Akihiko responds, "Not really." Toma then instructs everyone to split up into groups of 4 or 5 members, each led by a second or third-year student. They are to follow their instructions carefully and move out to patrol the town. Hearing this, Sakura asks, "Move it? To where? What are we doing?" Toma replies, "We're going to patrol the town." In the next panel, Toma, Hayato, Akihiko, Kyotaro, and Sakura are grouped together. Sakura angrily remarks, "Patrolling is one thing, but why do I have to be with him?" Toma explains, "You two are coming with me. Umemiya's orders. Didn't I tell you earlier already? Umemiya told me to keep my eye on you two. You two already got into a fight, didn't you?" Sakura retorts, "We didn't fight. This jerk tried to punch me, so I just kicked him away." Toma intervenes, "Enough. Now, don't get too close when you're walking." Meanwhile, Hayato comments with a smile, He's like a preschool teacher. And Akihiko tries to imagine that. Sakura inquires, "By the way, you call this patrolling, but all you are doing is walking around town, right?" Toma explains, "There's a reason why we're walking around town, you know." Sakura questions, "We're supposed to protect the town, aren't we? Wouldn't it be more efficient to find the guys who'll mess up the town, drag them out, and beat them up?" Toma responds, "You dummy. Just by showing up in our uniform, small teams are going to stay far away. Our fights are meant for protection. There's no need for us to strike first." Sakura falls silent for a moment, then remarks, "What is that supposed to mean? That's stupidly boring." In the next panel, an old woman is seen trying to climb stairs. Toma rushes to her saying, "Granny, you're going to hurt yourself. Stop it." They all assist her, although Sakura occasionally complains, "What the hell are we doing here?" The shopkeeper rewards them all with fish cakes for their help, prompting Sakura to think to himself, this kind of stuff can be pretty fun, too. As they come across a bridge with an animal figure painted on it, Sakura remarks, "That's a dog. That dog is ugly!" Akihiko admonishes, "You can't say that. We don't know if those guys are anywhere close. We're right at the border between Furin and another team's territory. We can't, under any circumstance, cause any trouble past this train track. Just like how every country has its own laws. Our rules here don't mean crap over there." He then explains the image by saying, "The devotees of power, Shishitorin, the head of the lion." They then see a boy running towards them, followed by some Shishitorin boys. In the next panel, Sakura and Kyotaro stand before the middle school kid, having punched a Shishitorin boy. In the next chapter, the story continues after Sakura and Kyotaro both kicked that brat. Then Sakura said to Kyotaro, "Now listen here, I'll take care of the rest. You just hurry and get your ass over there." Toma asked, "What the hell do you two think you're doing?" Then we see Shishitorin's two boys teasing the brat. After that, everyone heard the crunching sound of wooden slippers. Shishitorin's two boys started shaking with fear after hearing the sound of a boy wearing wooden slippers walking towards them. Toma mumbled, "Of all the people to show, it just had to be him." Shishitorin's second in command, Joe Togame. Togame said, "Oh, whoa, Furin, over on this side." Then he saw the boy lying on the ground and said in surprise, "What the? Saruwatari? What happened to you?" He then came in front and said, "That punk of yours was chasing one of our own around." Togame looked at Toma and said, "Why, if it isn't Hiragi, you! So was this your work of art?" Upon hearing this, Sakura said, "He's a cut above the rest." When the boy who was lying on the ground regained consciousness, he started saying, "Ouch! You little shits! This ain't no goddamn game! We got rules here! We don't mess with your turf, and you're supposed to stay out of ours! Don't go strutting into our turf like you own the goddamn place!" But before that boy could finish speaking, Togame broke a glass bottle on his head and punched him, saying, "Our turf? Didn't you get your face beat in? That makes you weak! You already know, if you're weak, then..." Suddenly Toma said, "Isn't he one of your guys?" Togame casually replied, "Huh? Who are you talking about? Surely not this guy. He lost. Losing makes you weak, and the weak don't have a place in Shishitorin." Hearing this, Hayato said, "I heard the rumors, but they really don't seem like the friendly type." After that, Sakura savagely said, "Lame, all this devotees of power crap. Makes me sick. Beating up weaklings is what power means to you guys, right? Huh, and here, I thought you people would be kind of fun. What a letdown." Then we see Togame stare at Sakura and say, "A letdown? Are we?" Suddenly, Togame started saying, "I'm more concerned about your hair. It's like an Othello board." Then, the teasing conversation continued, after which Togame started leaving by saying, "I'll see you again." In the next panel, we see Toma taking stomach pills, and Akihiko said to Sakura, squealing in tension, "Sakura-san, this is all your fault. If you hadn't egged him on at the end there, then it sounded like we could have gotten away scot-free." Then Toma explained to everyone, "Togame, among the guys in Shishitorin, he's extra particular about their territory. He wouldn't have let us go that easily. He ain't that easygoing, you know. What's done is done. Besides, I should have been the one to step in first. Sorry, let's head back to school. We gotta report everything to Umemiya." Then they all went to the top of the school, and everyone was surprised to see a boy standing with 2 eggplants in his hand. That is Furin High School's third-year representative of Furin, Hajime Umemiya.